This company got unrealistic expectations. First, I thought it was me. I'm I'm looking at the load, right? They don't cheat the logs. Here's the deal. This one nobody tells you. It took me a while to learn this, so I will say this. Nobody tells you. Live loads is like set up to put the driver behind in so many ways. It is like you're normally going to be if you're not working ahead, you're going to be behind. Because going to two warehouses a day automatically takes up time. I mean, that takes up like the whole shift most of the time, or 80 to 90%. The shift depends. It just depends on where you at in America, how long the morning load take to unload you, how many hours you spent driving them. Then you got to drive somewhere to another load. For an example, I think this morning I was close to the shipper, so I only drove an hour to the receiver. What happened? I got to the receiver where they only open up a certain time, so you just sit there and wait. Happens to probably all live load people. You get there and realize, they open up a certain time, yada yada yada, and then you're on the wrong side of the route because you got to go to another warehouse. So that took a few hours, right? Took a few hours, not that long. Let's just say 3 hours. Then you have to drive 2 hours to your next pickup. Oh, no, my bad. You waited another hour probably for your next pickup. After you got unloaded, you waited another hour, so probably altogether 4 hours because they didn't have another load pretty ready for. So you just waited an hour, which is okay, which is not bad. I'm not complaining about that. Then he gives you a load. You have to take. They don't cheat the logs, so you have to take your time and see. And they don't tell. They don't tell you the loaded miles. They don't tell you the empty miles. They just say go to this address, pick up. So you got a trip plan soon as they give it to you. Soon as they give it to you, because they give you shit and you got to tell them. Like he just gave me a load. Like I said, live loads is basically set up where when the driver gets to the second warehouse, he's going to have half of his clock, if not like 40% of his clock left, period. It just depends. Most of the time, I would probably say half of your clock or 40% when you get to that second warehouse. But you got to drive there, you got to do all that shit. It just take time, and you got to sit there and wait. The only thing, and then the cherry on top is everything is live load. So 50% of the warehouses are okay. 50% of the warehouses you can go there and sit there for 3-4 hours wait to get unloaded or loaded. Either or, you really just don't know. You don't know. So you got to go there with that type of mind frame. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. 2 hours, 3 hours, I don't really know. But anyway, okay, so after I got unloaded this morning, he gave me a load, bro. And before I even started driving the house, I had already trip planned it. I'm thinking I'm crazy. Like, is I'm crazy or they crazy? Check this out. He gave me a load when I Googled it. The deadhead miles was 100 miles, so 2 hours away. No, okay, not that bad. So when I get to the shipper, well, I'm at the shipper right now. I got 5 hours left on my clock, counting down, right, to drive. What's the problem? The problem is the loaded miles from this load, basically, which is this Maryland, somewhere in Maryland, right, somewhere in Occoquan, Maryland. He wanted me to go from Maryland to Arkansas. Well, guess how many miles that is? That's 1,500 miles. Guess when the load supposed to be due by? Shit, the load's supposed to be due by Wednesday, 9 a.m. So from Monday afternoon until Wednesday morning at 9 a.m., you want me to drive 1,500 miles and have that shit there. I quickly told him this shit is not going to be there on time. Before I even started driving, I like, this load ain't going to be there on time. I'm like, nigga, this is unreal. Not that I'm driving, I'm like, hold on, it ain't just me. Because let's just game plan this load planned out. Even if you cheat the logs, the load may not still be there because you have to drive so many fucking miles. Like, he gives you team loads, and then he gives you the type of loads that no owner operator would pick. Nobody wants to sign up to get 700 miles. Nobody really wants to do that. Who wants to overwork themselves? Nobody wants, and it depends on where you're driving at in America. Like, owner operators know that. People been driving years now. It depends on where. Well, you want me to drive 700? Depends on where I'm going. It depends on where I'm going. And if I had a choice, I would choose not to. Real talk. If you had hell no, I don't want to drive 700 miles. Because there's a lot of things that can get in my way from here to B. Traffic, this, that. It's so much they can get in front of me. That can slow me down, period. So, okay, let's game plan this load. So I got 5 hours left, counting down. I don't think they even started unloading me. I don't know. I don't know if this place is slow or not. I don't know. I'm at a dock waiting to get loaded. So you got 5 hours left. They don't cheat the logs in this motherfucker too. That's another thing. Y'all think all Russian companies cheat the logs? No, not all Russian companies treat the logs. Advance did not cheat the logs. Advance and Megatrans was the type of bitch that will write your ass up for any violation. Any violation, don't log out, don't go and violate a service violation. Both them companies were strict like a motherfucker. Both them motherfucking companies were strict. So, both them motherfucking companies were strict, man. So, it's not gonna make it on time, bro. It's just not gonna make it on time. 500 miles. I mean, because even if tonight I get 300 to 500 miles, which I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna get 300 to 500 miles, bro. Look at that. I'm not gonna get 300 to 500 miles. No. I'm not getting 300 to 500 miles tonight. No. Even if I did get 300 to 500, even if I did get 300 to 500 miles, let's say, okay, even if I did get 300 to 500 miles tonight, the most I'm gonna get is 3. So shit, I'm not even gonna get that. I'm not gonna get that. So I'm not gonna get 4. So maybe 3. Man, I know 3. Let's push it. It just depends. Just depends where you're driving at. But anyway, let's say I get 300. Let's go with 300. Then that means Tuesday morning. Remind you, the load got to be there Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock. That'll mean Tuesday morning, which is tomorrow, right? You're gonna wake up and still got 1,200 miles to go. It's no way in fuck it's gonna be there at 9 o'clock Wednesday morning. Even if, let's just say, I'm a super trucker and I get 700, which I'm not gonna do because they go by the book. They're gonna write my ass up. They're gonna call me. They're gonna tell me to stop driving. They're that type of company. You ain't logging out. You ain't going in our service violation. Niggas will write that ass up. Okay, that's how they go. So, if I did get 700 miles out of a grace of God miracle, which ain't gonna happen, but that would be 700. That would be 1,100 minus 700. So what are we talking here? That'd still be 500. So come Wednesday morning, you would still have 500 miles to go. No way. And even with let's just role play it. Even with you doing that, you would still wake up. You can wake up anytime you want Wednesday morning. It ain't never gonna be there on time. You can wake up at 4 o'clock because you're gonna wake up with 500 miles to go. So it's no. It's just no. It's beyond extreme. No, like this nigga, I just can't believe he said, let's get these miles. I'm like, nigga, it's just unrealistic, bro. Especially when you do by the book. Like these companies, this is unrealistic. It's even unrealistic to cheat the logs. See, this is just bad about these companies. You don't know how fucked up a company is till you get with them. OTR is terrible for the driver because you do not know the warehouses. You do not know where the fuck you're going. You are not smarter doing OTR. No driver is. You don't know where the fuck you're going. You don't know how long you're going to be there. What the fuck is their pickup number? You don't know none of that shit. You're doing it one step at a time. You're not smart to me doing that. I don't give a fuck how long you've been driving. 5 or 10 years. That's why the guy that drive a day cab, that work with set customers, set clients, he is way smarter than a guy like me. You don't know where you're going from A to B. And then you're arguing with the fuck your dispatcher, telling you it ain't no fucking way this 1,500 mile load gonna be there Wednesday. And you ain't picking the load up till fucking Monday afternoon. And you do not know how long you're gonna be at a dock waiting to get loaded or what the fuck happened. You don't have no fucking load. I'm thinking I'm fucking crazy, bro. I'm thinking I'm Only positive they did was send me a cash app, was send me a cash advance. And you want to know why y'all requested that? I'm not going to get paid for 2 weeks. They don't pay for scale tickets. So I gotta pay for scale. They reimburse you. My bad. They reimburse you, but you have to pay for scale. They reimburse you. Okay, they do reimburse you. They just say send it with the BOL. So I don't get paid for 2 weeks. I don't know how many loads I'm gonna go from here to there. Well, let's just say 4, 5, 3. I don't know. At this rate, it's probably only going to be 3 loads a week. Because and like that's another thing too. When this OTR, some companies give you short loads, some medium short loads. Some companies give you long loads. You don't know what type of company there are. What type, you really don't. Or if they give you a mix, you don't really know. There's so much you don't know. Like, to me, it's so much the driver don't know. Like, you taking a load from A to B, but you really don't know how the company runs. Like, if a company, like companies that, like, let's just say do Target, or let's just say do like a Home Depot, at least like going into these type of places, you know how they run, where they run, and where you're going to be running to. So you have a better idea. The OTR guy, you don't know shit. You don't know shit, bro. And I don't understand why these companies want to run the fuck out of drivers. And then they make up the rules like if you late, they'll fire you. Ain't like these rules are ass backwards. They make up rules like they will fire you, but they give you loads that there's no fucking way you're gonna get there. To me, like, here's the deal too. What drivers don't know. Only reason why I know this, because I was with a company and I should have stayed with that company. Sometimes you go to companies and you don't realize how they run, how they do business. It's like, oh my God, this company is terrible. You're arguing with your dispatcher. Like I'm arguing with my dispatcher on this 1,500 mile load. That's ridiculously too fucking fast. Got a day and a half to drive 1,500 miles. What the fuck? Fuck. What is wrong with these fucking people, bro? It's damn. Like, what owner-operator would pick that type of load? No owner-operator would. But let me go back to when I got paid 30%. Nigga, I wish I could go back to this company. When I got paid 30% of the load when I was with one company. And they showed me how much the load were paying. Most of the loads paid, some of the loads paying damn good. Some load were paid great. Like I remember, like, in between 400 and 700 miles. If you can find loads that pay good, great. It's no reason, like them loads pay great, even that type of load. So it's no reason for, now don't get me wrong, loads that had more miles paid more money. But you can make good money off 400 mile loads. You can make good money off 700 mile loads. You see what I'm saying? It's no reason, in my opinion, based on what I saw from other companies, that you would do 1,000 miles or that you would do all these miles in a short period of time. Basically set the driver up to be late. It's no way. Like, you don't have to. When I was with the other 30% company, they cheated the log. They cheated the logs too. Like, people cheated the logs, but they didn't cheat the logs extremely. Like, it's different levels of, like, cheating the logs, I would say. Like, a cheat the log would be you only get 8 hours of sleep, then you get back up and drive. Every day, some days you may have to do 600. Some days you may have to do 600. Some days, you just do your clock. You know what I mean? On some days, just do 8 hours of sleep or get up, start driving. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. That's basically what them niggas did. They didn't do 700 miles. You may, extra hour here, extra hour there. Just only 8 hours. Get back up, start driving. Did that little thing. You know what I mean? Like, that more realistic. Like, niggas that cheat them other niggas. Like, bro, this company, dude, is just unrealistic, bro. Like, here's the deal with live load. To me, let me go back to live loads. What live loads, as a driver, no matter what company you are with, you are automatically going to be set up to be behind. Because that's how some loads are in the dock time. You got dock time, you got, let me say, traffic a little bit, but the dock time. How long you gonna be at these docks? You gonna be at these docks, that's what every fucking company that live loads. And then when you get to unload it, You know, that's why with Trucks LLC, she told me that bitch, the niggas get 4,000 miles a week on live load. No way. No way. You're doing very, very good if you get over 3,000 miles on live load. You just got lucky that week. It's going to be some week, you know, you spend hours at docks, bro. The position not to be in is live load. You don't, you don't want to find, well, the driver is better knowing the shippers and receivers. If you can get in a position where you know shippers and receivers and you wrote like a set lane, a set route, I believe you are smarter that way. Going all over America, dude, you're just not smart that way. I mean, in my opinion, I've been out here. This is not the smart position to be in. No way possible. No way, versus other positions. This ain't the smart position to be in. It ain't the smart position to be in at all. Like, I had to recalculate as I'm driving down the road. When he gave me these 1,500 miles, and like, nigga, they don't. Here's, like I said, with the load information again, they don't send you the loaded information, the loaded miles. You have to do that. So they just send you, go to this address, pick up this load, and take this address on this day, drop it off. So you don't know the in between. And they almost never take you off the load. If you're going to be late, you tell them you're going to be late, 95% of dispatchers will not take you off that motherfucking load. If you tell them you're going to be late, oh well. Good luck, nigga. I'm going home at 5. I get off at 5, nigga. Good luck with that fucking load. Good luck with that chick, bro. That's dispatcher. Like, I'm going home at 5, nigga. Ain't my problem.